And now, Jesus is born in Bethlehem, as we all know, and was prophesied in Micah 5:2 at about 734 to 727 BC, during the reign of the Assyrian king Tiglath-Pileser. And but you, Bethlehem, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be the ruler over Israel, whose origins are from old. And it was fulfilled in Matthew 2:1, and it was written in around 70 to 60 CE. CE is the time when Jesus was still alive. And Matthew was actually inspired by an angel called Rembrandt. And let's read it. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, it gives us a complete explanation. And the second thing is that Jesus will be preceded by a messenger, and he's John the Baptist. It was prophesied in Isaiah 43, and Isaiah has written it in 8th century BCE, and he lived when the kingdom of Judah was in power. The voice of him that cries in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight in the wilderness a highway for our God. So that's actually referring to John the Baptist, and it was fulfilled in Matthew 3:1-2, where it says, in those days came John the Baptist, preaching in the wilderness of Judea, saying, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And these are the bones of John the Baptist. You can see there are some bones from the leg, and the skull is taken out and it's placed in the Holy Land of Israel. And yeah. And Jesus rode a colt, and it was prophesied in Zechariah 9:9 at about 520 to 518 BC during King Darius's reign. And let's read it. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion, shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king comes to you, humble riding on a donkey, even not called the foal of a donkey. And it was fulfilled in Luke 1935, during 60 to 75 AD. They brought it to Jesus, and they threw their coat in the colt and put Jesus on it. And Jesus will be betrayed by a friend, or disciple to be more specific, and he's Judah. And this was prophesied in Psalms 41:9 in 586 BC. Yes, my own friend in whom I trusted did eat of my bread, had lifted up his heel against me. And it was fulfilled in Matthew 27:47-50. And can anybody remember when it was prophesied? While he spoke, Judas, one of the 12, came with a great multitude with swords. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, whosoever I shall kiss, that same is he, hold him fast. And Jesus said unto him, friend, why have you come? And Jesus will be whipped by his enemies. We say enemies, but for Jesus, everybody is, his friends. So he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. And it was fulfilled in Matthew 27:26. Then they released Barabbas unto them. When he had scourged Jesus, he there ordered him to be crucified. Now, Jesus will be crucified, and he will have his hands and feet pierced, It was prophesied in Psalms 22:16. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They have pierced my hands and feet. It was fulfilled in Luke 23:33. And when they came to a place which is called Calvary, they have crucified him and the criminals, one on the right and one on the left. The images I'm going to show are, well, this image I'm going to show is the nail that pierced the flesh of Jesus. No. This is the nail, and the next two pictures which I'm going to show you are some of Jesus' DNA and cells. So these were taken from Jesus, well, from the nail, and the linen that wrapped him, which is still in the grave, and none of them actually seem to touch the bone. And mainly, the DNA doesn't match the one of Mary's, so it means it's something special. And all these samples are true because they were taken from the nail and the linen that wrapped him.
Okay.
Jesus will be sold for 30 pieces of silver. And it was prophesied in Zechariah 11:12. And I said to him, if you think it is good in your sight, give me my wages. So they weighed out 30 pieces of silver for my price. And it was fulfilled in Matthew 26:15. What will you give me if I deliver him unto you? They agreed with him for 30 pieces of silver. And now Jesus will be spat upon and beaten or insulted. And this was prophesied in Isaiah 56. I gave my back to the smitter, from my cheeks to them that plucked out my hair. I did not hide my praise from the shame and spitting. And it was later fulfilled in Matthew 27:67, where it says, Then did they spit in his face and hit him. The others smote him with the palms of their hands, or basically, they slapped him. And the betrayal money was thrown in the temple and used for a potter's field. It was prophesied in Zechariah 11:13, where it says, And the Lord said unto me, Cast it unto the potter, that magnificent prize at which I was valued by them. So I took the 30 pieces of silver and threw them to the potter in the house of the Lord. It was later fulfilled in the New Testament in Matthew 27:5-7, where it says, And he threw the pieces of silver into the temple, and they have conferred together, and with the money bought the potter's field as a burial place for strangers. And Jesus' garments will be torn, and they will be cast lots, and the soldiers will cast lots for them. And it was prophesied in the Old Testament, in Psalms 22:18, where it says, They divide my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots. And it was fulfilled in the New Testament. It says in Matthew 27:35, And when they had crucified him, they divided up his garments among themselves by casting lots. And this is one of Jesus' garments, but not the actual garment which was divided up and cast into lots. But this is present in the Holy Land, Israel, and many people go and visit it often. And you can see the popes over there. And thanks for watching.